Expansive leaders focus on self-leadership and not just strategy. You see, the busy entrepreneurs might think that it is just about strategy, that you fix your funnel, you fix your ad, you fix the CRM system, and you'll have the successful, profitable business. But expansive leaders are thinking about the whole ecosystem that they have around them. If your calendar is full, but your income or impact is not matching the effort that you are putting in, then it's not a time problem. It's a leadership problem. There is a very real difference between a busy entrepreneur and a successful, expansive leader. You can see it immediately in how they relate to time. So in this episode, we are going to dive right into it. The first big shift is literally what they're wanting to focus on. So expansive leaders value cognitive clarity a lot more over effort. For the busy entrepreneur, effort or more hours means how successful they are. If you were anyone like me, I have been raised up in a family where being busy is highly admired. I have had a lifetime where I've just thought that working more and more equals growing more. But that's not true. That is not sustainable, that results in frustration, and you burn out eventually. The expansive leaders, on the other hand, they are prioritizing cognitive clarity. That is how clear they are to be able to make the decisions. So they are not going to just say yes to you because they have time in their calendar. They're prioritizing their clear thinking time. That brings me to the second habit. Expansive leaders focus on strategic time design, not reactive scheduling. You see, for the busy entrepreneur, everything goes into their calendar. It's like a dumping ground. Somebody wants a meeting, it goes in. A client needs something, that goes in. Team check in, that goes in too. So before they know it, their whole week is gone. It's reactive. But expansive leaders don't operate inside time. They design time and they're very cognizant with where their time goes. Their non-negotiables go in first, like their sleep, health, family time, anything else that rejuvenates them. That goes in first. Then their CEO thinking time, visibility, and revenue generating blocks. And then after that is the other bits that will come in. So they're not letting requests override priorities. They're really thinking of themselves as the golden goose, as the person who has to be looked after, who has to have a full cup, who has to be clear in order to be able to give the best out. They are constantly thinking, what can I remove? So instead of doing more and adding more, they're actually trying to do lesser and lesser. But their focus is on doing those less things a lot better and creating space so that they can actually create and have more opportunities. And that brings me to point 3. Expansive leaders focus on energy leverage, not availability. For busy entrepreneurs, it's the other way around. They want to be available to everyone. They will be texting at night. They are jumping onto every problem. They're almost always on. It's hard for them to switch off. For some of them, they might even be patting themselves on the back because they're always available to their team and clients. But it's depleting them inside because it's just not giving them that quiet space to reconnect, to recoup, and rethink. But expansive leaders understand that their energy is the asset. Their energy is the leverage. So they know very well when they think best. They know their creative zones during the day. They know the times when they're not their best, when they're not as sharp. And their whole calendar is planned out according to their own energy level, not according to the times of someone else. Research actually states that each one of us, we've got about 90 to 120 minutes every day That is peak focus time. So expansive leaders know that time. For some of them, it might be mornings, some of them, it might be late nights, but they really protect that time. And that is when their CEO thinking time goes in or when other critical decisions are made. That time is sacrosanct, it's blocked off, and nothing else goes in during that time. So, not all time is equal for the expansive leaders. Expansive leaders are really nurturing and caring about themselves. For them, their energy is leverage. They rest without guilt, they unplug without drama, and they feel comfortable and okay taking up that space, having those very clean and clear boundaries. So now we are starting to understand the difference between the busy entrepreneur and the expansive leader. But what's really going on? Like, what's the real identity shift between both of them? The expansive leader, they focus on architect leadership, not constant operation. They're always focusing a step above the business, while the busy entrepreneur is operating, always fixing, always replying, always tweaking, always jumping in. The expansive leader is also operating, but they're probably just operating 5 to 10% of the time. The rest of the time, they're operating in their zone of genius. So, yes, there might be certain content that only the leader can make, that only you're supposed to make, but they literally just do that. And then they're not doing the admin tasks around it. They've got a team to do that. They delegate and they're not super involved in all the delegations. There's trust. They've got a good team around them. And of course, mistakes happen. We'll go to that in the next step. But they delegate, they stay in their zone of genius, even when they're operating, because that is something that just they can do. That's all batched, that's all coming together in one bucket. And the rest of the time, they're thinking outward. They're thinking in terms of expansion, in terms of more opportunities, and what else can be done. The expansive leaders, in a sense, are always asking, what is it that only I can do and nobody else can? And they continue focusing on that. And more, they're trying to outsource their own work. And even with the skills that just they have, they're trying to bring their team up so that they can handle those things. And with their knowledge and experience, they dive deeper into their genius. They'll find other better opportunities or better ideas that are fuel for their inspiration. So here's the next big habit shift. Expansive leaders focus on systemic thinking, not on repeated decisions. With busy entrepreneurs, they're actually making a couple of decisions every day. They're solving the same problems again and again. If a mistake happens, they fix it, and then it happens again next month. But they're almost caught in the weeds and they're repeatedly doing the same things again and again. Expansive leaders don't work like this. They're always thinking in terms of systems and processes. If there's anything that can be done by someone else, they're always willing to delegate. They're always actually thinking, how can they outsource more and more? And if a mistake happens, they're going to think, why did this happen? Then they will go ahead and fix the process. For example, if they missed a meeting, they'll fix the calendar process. If there was a client onboarding issue, then they will look at the onboarding process and make sure that everybody in the team understands that. If there's a team bottleneck, then again, they will clarify decision rights, but they are fixing the pattern, they're not fixing the moment. And that allows them to have a lot more free time because their mind does not have to make too many more decisions. Now, the sixth habit, and some of you might not like it. Expansive leaders focus on speed and iteration. They do not focus on perfection. This is a hard one for all the perfectionists out there. The busy entrepreneurs want to get it right. They want to think if their customers will really like it. They want it polished. They don't want to go to the market with an unfinished product. But the expansive leaders just don't think like that. Quick, dirty, easy, they'll get it out. They're testing the market. They test what happens, they test the response, they test what their clients are saying, then they go ahead and they build something. If I give you my own personal examples, I might just even put in posts without even thinking of the freebie before that or the whole funnel before that. I'll just put out a post that, hey, I'm thinking of this. Who is keen on that? And you just see and test how many people are actually vouching in. That gives you an idea. Before you go in and you really fully make something, just test. So expansive leaders are using the feedback that they're getting to iterate and improve their process. They're not trying to do it in silo. They're using market feedback. They're using outside validation. The other thing that shifts here, the other thing that differentiates the busy entrepreneurs here from the expansive leaders is that expansive leaders have a really good idea of where they want to go. Yes, they want to be validated. There's another subtle nuance here as well. Expansive leaders are wanting to get validation from others. They do want to take everybody else. But let's say if your idea is really new, then people don't know. Everybody is just thinking and postulating, really. So that's why expansive leaders have that vision and they will go for it. They will test, they will see how the market responds, but they're willing to take that degree of risk. The busy entrepreneur might feel a little scared, might want to think and plan before they do the right thing. The expansive leader will just go in and jump. Here's my tip to you. We have been taught that you go from point A to success, and that just never happens. You go from point A to a series of failures, and then you go to success. So just go, start it out anyway. Now we move to the most important one and my favorite one. Expansive leaders focus on self-leadership and not just strategy. You see, the busy entrepreneurs might think that it is just about strategy, that you fix your funnel, you fix your ad, you fix the CRM system, and you'll have the successful, profitable business. But expansive leaders are thinking about the whole ecosystem that they have around them. And they understand that they are the ones that their team is mirroring. They are the ones that their clients are going to mirror. So first of all, they invest a lot in themselves, in changing, in growing, in expanding themselves. And then they understand, invest in human psychology, and they invest in the team around them. They become the person that people want to follow. They have that drive about self-excellence in every day and in everything that they do. They want to deliver the best quality to their clients. They want to be the best leader to their teams. And they're not doing it by micromanaging them. They are doing it by empowering them. They're doing it in their family and people around them by being the person that everybody gets inspired by. Someone said that people can forget what you talked about or your title, but people never forget how you make them feel. And that is what expansive leaders are always focusing on, how they are making everybody feel around them, the impact that they are creating around them. So expansive leaders are focusing on their own self-leadership and the impact that they have on everyone around them. And that is what drives them every single day and every single moment. So I hope this episode has shifted something for you. But if you have been listening to all of this and thinking that you are capable of more, then you are. But you're just operating at a level that you've already outgrown. Expansion is not about doing more in your calendar. It's actually about holding time differently. So, if you want to shift your calendar and really step into the leader that you are becoming, then I've got a free leadership reset tool for you. Click on the link in the video or the link in the show notes. It's a free tool, it's designed to help you recalibrate your time. It'll walk you through what actually deserves space in your week, how to protect your thinking time, and how to design your calendar so that you have a consistent flow of clients and sustainable growth. So you can stop reacting and step into the next level of leadership.